So I haven't spoken much about Secret Invasion. I've been trying to figure out what I think about it. I think I commented on the first episode. There are now 3 episodes in. I've watched each episode. The episodes are not without flaw, but it's not bad either. I think the show is compelling, and it would be more compelling if it wasn't a Marvel property. And let me explain. If Secret Invasion stood on its own, simply as a sci-fi spy thriller, riveting, really good, amazing. That doesn't mean it's not good. I'm saying that because I think this may be the reason why it hasn't garnered the numbers some people thought it might get. I enjoy it. I don't have an issue with it. I think I've stated before, it is deviated from the comic book story, as most comic book adaptations in TV shows and movies have done. We are all used to this by this point. They deviate. Why they deviate from major plot points, I don't always understand. I can definitely see why they deviate in small areas. Certain things, as stated before, just do not work on a big screen. Not everything translates exactly from comic books or books for that matter to the big screen, and I understand that. There are certain things when it comes to story that you would have to drag out in such a way that people don't want to sit around and watch. One example of that is Ready Player One. If you read Ready Player One, the book, when you look at how the first key was revealed, it is vastly different from the movie. But I understand to a large degree why it was done that way. Getting to that first key could have taken the entire first hour of the movie. For that matter, or for that reason, I believe they should have made Ready Player One a streaming series. Personally. And that's just because I read the book first. I love the book. I thought it was a good book. Ernest Cline, he really is an amazing sci-fi writer in my humble opinion. I read that and I read Armada. I picked up Ready Player 2, still have yet to read that book. Lord willing, as soon as I get some time, I'm going to read that. Anyway, getting back to Secret Invasion. There are some lines in Secret Invasion slightly cringeworthy, I will admit. Slightly agenda driven, but it wasn't too over the top. Now, the lines themselves didn't really fit, which is why they were cringeworthy. I can see if you're making a show and you have an agenda and maybe you place a little line here or a little line there to kind of show a little bit of your agenda, push a little bit of a narrative that you want on a grander scale. I get it. I think we all have things we believe, and those things we believe will in some way, shape, or form come out in our art. I understand that. My only request from artists is make it organic. Don't try to force something into your art where it seems forced. Because a friend of mine pointed this out. We were having a conversation about art, and he made a point I never considered. He said in a way that's disrespectful, and you don't really respect the art because you're forcing something that you shouldn't force. Let the art do what art does. People will enjoy it or they won't enjoy it, but let them enjoy it or not enjoy it on its own merits. Don't try to shove some idea or force something when it's just not organic, like it's just out of place. And I think some of the lines, the somewhat questionable lines, you can tell they were forced. Like the dialogue was going a certain direction and they forced the conversation into another direction just to put this line in there. Other than that, I'm enjoying Secret Invasion. I think the problem Marvel's going to have, if Marvel had built their cinematic universe off of you not seeing the heroes, the super powered people all the time, then you would kind of not really think about it if you were watching a show and you saw these peripheral characters. As much as I like Nick Fury, I do in the Marvel Cinematic Universe. In the cinematic universe, some people are going to disagree here. Nick Fury is in many ways a peripheral character. He is not the main character, though in some ways he is a main character, if that makes sense. But I think the fact that this series is focused on Nick Fury, tradecraft, spycraft, the different depths of spycraft, the skill of Nick Fury in spycraft, and how some of the Skrulls help him to that end and arguably made him into the excellent spy that he turned out to be. I think people are disinterested because they want to see heroes. I don't think it's because Secret Invasion is just bad right out the gate. Now, I know there are many people who have stated that Secret Invasion is just trash. I'm not telling you it's great, but I don't think it's trash. There are movies and there are shows that I have watched that I'm like, yo, this is trash. Like, as far as a movie goes, this is just not enjoyable. I don't think Secret Invasion is that. You may not enjoy it for the same reasons I've pointed out. You don't really see any heroes in it yet. Maybe there will be. I don't know. They're on episode 3. I've watched all 3 episodes. I've enjoyed what I've watched. Again, it's not great. It's not a perfect execution. But if you're on the fence about watching Secret Invasion, I would tell you it's something worth your time. I think you very well may enjoy what you see.